Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel ERPZEN. In today's video, we will see the overview and what are all the activities that we go and do in Oracle Fusion Accounts Payable module. The basic activities we perform in Payables modules are creation of invoices, processing the payment for those invoices. Creation of invoices and processing payments for those invoices. These are the two main activities that we perform in Payables module. And now we will see what are all the invoice types that we have in Payables module. Standard. Every time if we want to make a payment to our supplier, then we have to create an invoice. Without invoice, we cannot process payment to our vendor or supplier. We can create the invoice with invoice type as standard, whether it's PO or non-PO based invoice. Now we'll talk about debit memo. Debit memo is issued by us to supplier to reduce supplier outstanding amount, and it's not a qualified document since we will issue the document to supplier. Always the amounts will be in negative sign. When we request the supplier to issue or send a credit memo, since it is legally accepted document, if supplier has not sent the credit memo, then we ourselves create a debit memo to reduce supplier outstanding balances. Now we will talk about credit memo. Whenever supplier sent overbilling invoices, then we request supplier to send a credit memo to adjust the supplier outstanding amount. Always the amounts will be in negative sign. For purchase returns, we are requesting supplier to issue a credit memo. When he issues a credit memo, we will reduce the supplier outstanding with this credit memo, as well as tax has to be paid. When we present invoices to tax authorities, we are bound to present these two documents to claim tax, inclusive tax. In general, the credit memo we will use for sales returns and debit memo we use it for purchase returns, but in Oracle this is the two serves the same purpose, to reduce supplier outstanding amount. Now we will talk about prepayment invoices. When we want to pay advance amount to supplier, in that case we will create a prepayment invoices for the goods and services that has to be procured or rendered from supplier. There are two types of prepayments: permanent prepayment and temporary prepayment. Permanent prepayment means it cannot be applied to standard invoices, and whereas temporary prepayment, it can be applied to standard invoices. Now we'll talk about retainage. Retainage invoices in Oracle Fusion allows withholding a percentage of payment on supplier invoices until the contractual obligations are met, and it is typically used in construction projects. Example, when we purchase the building, when we are constructing the building, when the first floor is completed, we release some amount towards payment, and when the second floor is complete, we release some amount to the supplier. Now we will see about interest invoices. Interest invoices in Oracle Fusion allow automated calculation and creation of invoices for overdue supplier payments. Say for example, we have an invoice and the due date is May 1st, 2026, but we are yet to pay the outstanding amount. Since we are paying the outstanding amount on 8th May, we are paying interest for the outstanding amount to supplier. Now we will see what is a payment request. A payment request invoice in Oracle Fusion Payables is a specialized invoice type and used to disburse funds to payees who are not registered as formal suppliers in the system. It streamlines payments for one-time vendors or internal needs such as customer refunds by bypassing standard vendor onboarding. These are all the invoice types. Now we'll talk about manual invoice creation. Whenever supplier sends an invoice copy, user will see the invoice details and he will enter all the invoice attributes manually in the invoice workbench to create a purchase invoice. And spreadsheet means we will create all the invoices by using application data framework integrator. We will download a spreadsheet which is having connectivity with the instance. We will enter all the invoice information then we will import the same into Oracle Fusion. FBDI, it stands for file based data import. Whenever we are migrating or whenever we are doing data migration in large quantities of data, we are bringing from legacy system to our Oracle Fusion, then we will go with file based data import as an approach. We will run interface process and import process to create payables invoices in Oracle Fusion. Now we will talk about ERS. Based on the receipt information, system will automatically create invoice. There is three-way matched invoice. There is three-way matched invoice that has to be created. PO has been created, and when we receive the quantity from supplier, when we create a receipt, based on the receipt information, system will automatically create the payables invoice in Oracle Fusion. IDR, it stands for Intelligent Invoice Imaging. Based on the PDF copies or images, system will automatically create invoices. Limitations of this functionality of this product is it is not having much self-reading capabilities, but since it's having fixed attributes where it can read and create invoice, we cannot create multi-period accounting when we use this functionality. We cannot create receipt match, three-way match invoices and for standalone invoices, the solution cannot default GL account code strings automatically. Integrations, that means we will automate we will create an inbound integration to Oracle. Say for example, the legacy system is Strada, so we are bringing all the payables in all the open invoices from Shredder to Oracle with the help of OIC, then in that case we will map all the fields in OIC level and we will bring all the invoices, open invoices to Oracle Fusion. This is all about invoice creation methods. Now we will see payment types. Manual. When we process the payment outside of the system, this manual, when we process the payment to the supplier outside of the system, we will use this manual as an option. Once the payment is completed, system will generate the payment file, the standard process I was talking. Once the payment is completed, system will generate the payment file. We will send that payment file to bank. Since there is an urgency to make the payment to the supplier, payment team issued a check offline to supplier. In reality, the invoice is paid, since you have to record that payment in system to mark that invoice as paid. When we use manual, it will not generate any payment file. Since the payment file is not generated, even we process the payment, it will not get communicated to bank and the invoice marked as paid. Quick. To make emergency payments to supplier, we use option called as quick, and the limitation here is we can process only one supplier invoices for payment. It will generate payment file and we can send that payment file to bank to process the payment to the supplier. Refund. When we are collecting the payments from our suppliers, and for that refund we will receive credit memo from that supplier. In this API netting process, the same party will act as supplier and a customer. We will see in detail when we are talking about the topic. Payment batch process. It is also called as PPR. Based on the selection process, on selection criteria, system will select all the invoices for payment as a batch, irregular of the supplier. Pay in full. When you want to process the payment for supplier for one invoice, in invoice actions, this functionality is available. On an ad hoc basis, we can process the payment to the supplier. That's it for today's video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel ERPZEN for more Oracle Fusion tutorials. Drop your questions in the comments. Thank you and see you in the next video.